What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Twisted Guidance Tarot. I am Poetry. You are here for an intentional flow reading. I do not know what this reading is going to be about. Is this cards? Yeah, they already mixed up. I do not know what this reading is going to be about, so I don't have a channel message for you. We're just going to pull the cards and see exactly what they say. How are you guys doing? Coming off of that full moon that we had the other day. Full moon in Aries ended yesterday. It began like with the full moon. The corn moon that we had was not the harvest moon. The harvest moon was not October 1st. It was the corn moon. It's like the brightest moon in the sky for like 3 days, and it comes like once every 2 to 3 years. So I missed it in Florida. Man, we get such an overcast at night that I rarely ever see the moon from where I live. Like right now, the moon is out. It's big and it's bold and it's bright and it's in the middle of the daytime. But the moon is out right now. I wish I had my camera. So we missed that. But with the corn moon, it's basically, people call it the harvest moon, but the harvest moon is the one that's closest to the equinox. So that's why the one October 1st is the actual harvest moon. But basically, the natives call it the corn moon because this was the time of year they started harvesting the corn and other, veggies and of the other veggies. So when I look at harvest, I look at this is a time for us to gather up resources that we're going to need to take us through the long haul. So if you are when dealing with like your money aspect, you want to start looking at what you're able to save, what you don't need to spend right now. Damn it, I just got caught by the train. With the payroll tax about to be withheld for the next few days or months or weeks or however they're going to do that. People are so excited. Oh, I'm going to have a little extra change on my paycheck. But what they're not realizing is that those funds are the funds that are allocated towards your Social Security benefits. These are the funds that's allocated towards your Medicaid benefits. So even though that you're not paying them in your paycheck, you're taking away from funds you may need at a later time. So you are essentially not harvesting those funds in the right place. And then the way that this administration is going to do it, that starting in January, your paycheck is going to be reduced by the appropriate amount of withholdings that should have came out and the ones he did not take out right now. So your check's going to be a lot shorter. So you're going to need to collect all your resources that you're going to need to have for times when your paycheck is not going to be it, but it's best. I told people on my other channel what I try to get into investing. If you have money that you've been having sit into a savings account for a long period of time, move it to a money market CD, something that earns a little bit more money. Those for people who want to still have it accessible to them quickly, at least more quickly than putting it into an IRA or putting it into stocks. So those are some ideas for you as far as like how you can gather your resources in the money aspect. Cut back on your spending. If you don't need it, don't get it. You know what I'm saying? If it's on sale, trust me, it'll go on sale again. If you don't need it, don't get it. As far as relationships, this is the time I believe to hold close to the ones that you love. Make sure that you are not only giving into the relationship, but you are getting what you want out of it as well. You know, we come up on the holiday season soon, and a lot of times this is when people grieve the most, because there are people who they have lost. Relationships may have ended. You can grieve on those as well. So people have a real hard time around holidays sometimes. What are they? Oh, it's a truck. So, you know, it's time for you to like really take stock of what's important to you in your life as far as your relationships are concerned. And this is just not romantic relationships. This is like friendships. This is just family bonds, neighborhood connections, co-workers, things of that nature. And in addition to like with your career, and really take stock on whether or not you're getting the best out of your career, of what you want, what is going to keep you happy, what is going to, you know, keep you sustained, keep you afloat, in different areas of your life. We had just an 18-wheeler just pull out in front of us that's going 2 miles an hour. Look, bro, I'm trying to get to work on time. It's probably shuffling the heck. So I got my Master of the Tarot cards. It's a little interesting, cute deck. And I have my Madame Endora Fortune cards to give us obstacles or things that we may need to pay attention to or look out for, or can help us in our collective efforts as far as stocking up for the winter. That's what basically we're doing. We're stocking up for the winter. So I guess that's what this reading is about. So I'm going to pull 5 cards, 3 to 5 cards, to see exactly what we got here, see exactly what message I can connect for you. And again, we're looking for one specific item. There may be other things that are shown in this deck and this card that I may not touch on, because I am driving and doing tarot at the same time, so I can't really sit and focus and look at the cards. This is a general reading, which means that this message may not be for you. Sometimes it's because it's just not for you. Sometimes it's because it's you're looking for something immediate. And again, I'm not a fortune teller, but these may be things that you're dealing with now, or they may come up in the near future. So I always say hold on to the message. Whenever you get this message, it's yours. It's for you to have. We have the Lovers. This is what I was just talking about, bonds with those that are near and dear to you, holding on to them. I give like brief descriptions, and I'll try to connect the cards. 7 of Pentacles. This is everything that I just said. This is the time for you to start collecting, because times are about to get a little tight. Times are about to get a little hard. In the event times to get a little hard, there's no guarantee that times are going to be hard for everybody. Some people are going to be living high on the hog. They're going to be fat and comfortable with all the changes that are going to be going around with society. And again, we still haven't had that second wave of C-19. The 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands. I'm gonna come back to that one. I didn't want to really, because I don't know which way that's going. I don't know if we're looking forward specifically yet. We're looking forward to a new situation. We're turning our back on stuff that we no longer need. Could be one of 2 ways. This is all about what I just said. Oh my goodness. The 6 of Cups. That giving, that sharing. You know, make sure you're giving into the relationship as much as you're taking from it. I think I got it. This the 3 of Wands. And the Queen of Wands. I always, in this particular deck, I see this as not only somebody who is like taking charge of their hopes and dreams, their passions, their nurturing their creativity, especially when we're about to have this Mars go into station retrograde. We're going to be sitting in our emotions and our feelings for a minute. But I always see this too, as well as there's a newness that's coming out of it. That's good. I'm just gonna put it that way. Coming out of it, there's a newness being coming out of it. Okay. For some reason, when I'm seeing these, when I drew these cards today, I'm seeing individual messages instead of a complete tie. We're gonna see what we got here. Mr. Lover. Okay, so we started off with the Lover's card. Okay, so like I said, for some people this is dealing with the relationship. Some people this is just dealing with bonds. And we have the universe, God, our spirit, ancestrals, looking over us, watching us, aiding us in the process, in matters of the heart, in friendships and bonds and connections. This is a time that we're being vulnerable, so we need to be watching out for taking risky moves at this time. We need to be watching out for jumping into situations that we're not clear about, because we are in a very vulnerable state. A lot of people are dealing with fear, confusion, wary about where life is taking them during these next few months, especially when, like I say, all of us are going to start getting this little additional bump on our paychecks, and then you're thinking that this is the time of just spend, because we never know when we're going to have this money again. And I'm saying that this is not the time for that. Hold on. I say this is a very vulnerable state for everyone right now. What is it that I'm getting behind everybody that don't want to drive the effing speed limit? How old are you, ma'am? I don't like to cuss out old people. She turning again. Dear God. Harvest. This is as simple as it can get. But you see the painstaking worry that's on his face. You're concerned about finances. A few of us are concerned about finances, and these finances may be very well dealing with the relationships. If you're in a relationship or in a union with someone, and sometimes this relationship could just be your own internal conflict that you are battling with your pros and cons. In this situation, this also, the Lovers can also represent that your pros and cons that you are dealing with internally. So you're trying to debate on whether or not taking money, spending money is the best option for you at this time. And as I started this off, I was saying that I believe it's time for us to start gathering our nuts, so to speak. Winter time is approaching, and like I said, we still have the harvest moon coming up on October 1st. But as of right now, we're going to be sitting in emotion, sitting in anger a lot. And we need to gather all that up and use it somewhere productively. Even our feelings and our emotions, it's not just about money. Because the way we feel, the way we think is very valuable. It has worth. It has meaning, and we can't let our emotions run wild or grow wild, and we are not channeling or putting them someplace worthwhile. Yeah, what the freak? I just had a bus pull out on me. I wish I didn't have a back on my doggone mount. That way you can see. I could turn it around and you can see what the hell I'm seeing. Okay, so next we had our Three of Wands. I need to really put that together so I can see what it is that I'm seeing. So this is what I got. This is what I'm coming up with here for you. So we ended up with the harvest, and you're looking at your finances, you're looking at what's valuable to you, your friends, your close bonds, whatever you're keeping around you. You're trying to stay grounded where you don't fall off. You have a lot of worry about that. So like I said, when I came up with this card, I wasn't sure exactly how it's going. And what I said in the beginning is, don't touch it. If you don't have to spend it, don't. If you don't have to break ties, don't. And I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this as turning our back on it. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. Turn away from it. So that way when you get back to it, it'll be there. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. I'm really seeing a financial, more leaning towards financial reading here. If you don't need to touch it, don't. Leave it alone. If you can move it to somewhere that's more profitable for you, like say taking it out of the savings and moving it to a money market CD because they earn a higher interest rate yield, do that instead, especially if you haven't touched it in a few months anyway, because you can still liquidate a money market CD faster than you can an IRA or something like that if you really need the money. But I'm saying hold on to it. Don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. Leave it alone. If you're buying into certain stocks and whatever and they're starting to dip, starting to fall, hold on to them. Don't touch it. Turn your back on it right now. Leave it alone and look elsewhere. Trying to make sure I keep the cards the way that they came out. Alright. So where else are we looking? Where else are we looking? We're looking to spend more time, give more to a relationship than what we were taking out of it. So if we can, the little extra change that we're going to get from the payroll tax deduction, put that into that savings and put that into that money market CD. Leave it alone. You haven't had it all this time. Why these few more months not going to make a difference? Leave it alone. Don't touch it. Don't take it out. For those of us going back into the workforce after, this long hiatus, again, I would suggest leaving it alone. Because right now you're still trying to build your nest egg back up. This is the time where you and your loved ones are giving and receiving of one another. So, but when you're looking at yourself personally, you don't want to keep taking out more than what you're putting in. So put in what you can, enjoy it, and let your cup runneth over, so to speak. And the final result after this trying time is going to be done with. Because I do see trying times. I do see a bit of struggle for some, especially with all that's going on and all the changes in the administration, and you're going to come out newer and with a newer mindset. You're going to come out feeling a little bit more freer financially. You may find that there's like new hobbies or new passions that you're able to tap into because of the connections that you made during this time frame, the bonds that you built, the give and take, the equality that you established in your relationships. It doesn't make it seem like you are the one that's always taking. You're going to be, it's almost like the concept of paying tithes, which I don't do, but almost like the concept of that, you put into it and then you reap the rewards from what you put in, even though that you're giving away something what you're giving. Yeah, and I don't know why, but it's specifically sitting on my heart with that payroll tax that they have coming out. I don't know why, but that's what it is. So that's what I got for you as far as the tarot is concerned. Like I said, I'm going to use the Madame Medora cards to help see if there's any obstacles that we may encounter, and if there's just some other sound advice that may come out of this. Things we may need to look out for, or tools we can use to help us get to that point. Let your intentions be known. So if you're dealing with family and loved ones and friends, and I'm telling you to, sit tight, don't go all willy-nilly with your finances. Let your intentions be known to your friends and family members, ones who may be encouraging you or using peer pressure. Be like, come on, dog, just look once, just live a little. You know, you only live once, YOLO. You know what I'm saying? No, let your intentions be known, what you're trying to do. They may not even understand or agree with you, but you've put it out there. This is what you want to do, and when the time comes for you to start indulging again, it'll be very clear to them then why you did what you did. I mean, you're gonna make it clear to them now because you're gonna let your intentions be known. One more, then I'm gonna get off here. It says fate has blocked this path for you. So with this right here, when I said let your intention be known, and then you come up with fate has blocked this path for you, and I was talking about peer pressure and people try to encourage you to do things with your finances or do things that you're not comfortable doing right now. Fate is going to block the path for you. It's going to help you be able to manage better during this time and during these times, during these financial tightening up, while we're buttoning up, while we're trying to collect all our nuts, store our nuts for the winter. You know what I'm saying? Whatever journey that you thought you were going to go down, whatever worry that you thought you were going to have to experience and go through, if you do your part, fate will block the path of struggle for you, is the way that I'm saying it. And that's all I really got for you. I hope that makes sense. So all right, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I got a police officer behind me and I need to get off this camera. Y'all have a good one. This has been Teresa Guys Tarot. Peace.